Hi guys and girls and welcome back to Great Exclusive Tarot. I hope you're doing well and keeping out of mischief and stuff like that. I've been lazing around really, odd jobs, you know what I mean? But I'm back. Hello. Can I just for a second, just so, because people keep asking, right? It was like the occasional person comes in and go, well, what have you done right? Blah, blah, blah. What have you predicted right? Blah, blah, blah. And today has been an interesting kind of roller coaster because obviously the EU UK BS thing, I think that's the alphabet spaghetti that they were doing. And there was this, that and the other and blah, blah, blah and stuff and whatnot. And then there was that big press conference and I was like, okay, fair enough. But none of the details came out. And the last hour or so, the details have finally come out, which is like 6 pages long. It's like, what do these people who are multi-millionaires, let's be honest, all these people actually do? We've got a 5-page document for Americano place. We've got a 6-page document in the EU place. It's like, that's not a trade deal. That's nothing. And I was like, maybe I've got this wrong. Beforehand, I was like, maybe I got those predictions wrong, because it was like all what was coming up was the defence thing, the fisheries and obviously movement and stuff like that. And now the documents come out and more people are reporting on it and stuff like that. That's all there is. Is everything else they're going. All the document says is that there will be further talks, further discussions, further this, further. It's like you haven't agreed anything. You've just agreed to have more conversations. It's like, that's not a deal. That's not nothing to do with the deal. That's like, what? Anyway, yeah, it's one of them ones. But I thought I'd highlight it because I was like, maybe it was not enough. There was more to it in that reading. And it turns out there wasn't. And I'd hate to say I told you so, so I won't. But yeah, I thought I'd highlight it because even I was shocked by it. Anyway, so here is the question. We have a question, people. Question. There is a question from Susan. Susan says, can you please, Sugar Plum, being nicey nice, pretty please. Oh, this is good. Good start. The suck up sandwich is going strong on this one. Do a reading on Labour together, Bunny Floppy Floppy is Morgan and McSweeney. We've already done one about Morgan McSweeney and the full cabinet. Did he pick all of them, including stuttering Starmer? Love and sweet kisses. But no, it doesn't quite say that. Love your readings. P.S. Is this enough to get a reading? Yes, Susan, it has. This, if anything, is the bare minimum of the suck-ups. With 16 upvotes as well. Thank you very much, Susan. I love this. So, let's have a look here. A reading on Labour together. Did Morgan McSweeney, Labour together, pick the cabinet, including stuttering Starmer? What's going on there? For the greatest good for all concerned. Thank you. Always be appreciative. Yes, please, if you would. That'd be lovely. Rule number 1. So, one more I've been told. So, one more. One more. Okay, now we're ready. All right, calm down. We're ready. We're doing it. No, that wasn't a footnote. I just picked it up wrong. I was just double checking. Right, so. Plotting, planning, scheming, 2 of Wands. 9 of Wands. Perseverance, defending their ground. Universe, infinite growth, infinite possibilities. For the new boys and girls, this is one of the 4 extra cards in this deck, which we refer to beautifully as the Epic Arcana. It's very nice indeed. 3 of Pentacles, teamwork, working together. This feels like the 2 of Wands. That feels like Labour together, but it felt as... this feels, and I'm probably going to quote this wrong, but it's the energy that I'm getting. Remember back when, back in the day, doobly-doo, Trumpy Trump, when he was going on, I can't remember what was it called? Plan 24, 25, 2025? and Democrats were constantly going, oh, well, you know what is going to be extreme and this, that, and the other because of proposal 2025 or preparation 20. No, that's ointment. That's preparation. No, I don't know. But it's that kind of thing. It's that kind of that they accused Trump of. Labour together actually had one. This feels like in the past, the plan, pushing it through, persevering, strong, kind of it almost feels bullying kind of energy, kind of pushing it through. There was a bit of setbacks, some struggles, but just like, whoa, get it going, keep going, right? Because of infinite growth, infinite possibilities, infinite options. And then they built this team together, collaborating with other people, like-minded people, that kind of stuff. So that's what we got so far. That all feels very much in the past energy, okay? Putting the work in, okay? Persevering, again, 7 of Wands. All signing up to it, that kind of stuff. The moon feels off. I might need to get the dinky deck out for the moon. It feels as if I don't want to say a backup plan, but there's an ulterior motive kind of energy, kind of in the darkness of the moon light. Okay. Unknown, having faith in this, in what they're producing here. This feels normally for the new boys and girls. This is the like what's inside the egg. We have faith it's a chick of some description. Yeah, we don't have to smash it open. We have faith of the situation. When it's ready, it will pop out. Yeah, or crack open. Right. We don't have to smash and go, oh look, there's a chick, and then try and put it all back together again. We lean into our faith. We have faith. This is almost. I'm being reminded of, when Rupert Lowe kind of keeps repeating that reform is almost like a cult-like status with a leader and stuff like that with Farage and stuff. This actually feels like a kind of a culty kind of to this plan. Yeah. Hangman. There's definitely 2 levels to this. I'm being the 3 of Pentacles up here is quite literally a small group. I feel like sometimes it's a teamwork and all that kind of stuff, but this feels like a very small group. McSweeney would be part of them. I don't feel like any of the cabinets involved in this. And this hangman here feels as if people, instead of the faith, if they actually, even the Labour Party, bigger, broader church as it were, realise what the actual plan was, they wouldn't support it. Wheel of Fortune. That feels like it's in reverse. This down here feels quite like, I don't want to say negative, but it feels kind of like the wheels are coming off the cart, as it were, because they signed up as like Labour Party as a whole, broader, signed up to something, and now they're persevering, like not the perseverance. Sorry, this is those there. The perspective. They're now seeing it for what it is. The ulterior motive kind of energy. They're starting to see the repeating patterns. They're starting to see the where this is actually going. So for the new boys and girls, this is the base reading, the foundation of it. We're going to use more cardboard and stuff like that on top to get more detail and all that malarkey. Overarching energy, 6 of Cups, going back to a more innocent time, going back to what the Labour Party used to be. This feels like down here, this change of perspective, Wheel of Fortune in reverse kind of energy, kind of this upheaval of pushing away to this plan and trying to get back to a more the original purpose of the Labour Party kind of energy. Underlying energy, 5 of Pentacles, worried, concerned. So yeah, it's very much before it's too late kind of energy. Interesting. Let me get the prediction deck. No, let's get the Kipper deck here, because there's Labour together and that kind of stuff. But it even feels like, because it's an interest group, obviously Labour together. But Starmer doesn't feel like he's at the actual table. Angela Rayner doesn't feel like they're at the table. This feels like a kind of almost like Spectre, that dark room. That obviously it's a longer table. There's only like a handful of people actually dictating what's going on here. But it's a secretive organisation. It's it's in the dark and in dark places, kind of, especially with the moon, as well. So this is why you're suddenly seeing a situation where they're doing everything that they shouldn't be doing as Labour, if you get me, because of this. But this feels UK based. This just before people start alphabet spaghetti, kind of WEF and all that kind of stuff. It feels more UK based. This here, they may report too, but it feels more that it's here. Something else about Trump. It's almost as if they were inspired what Trump did in America, where he's not really. And this is probably going to get people backs up, but if you actually kind of watch what's happened over the last decade almost, he's not really a Republican. He is actually a Democrat. Has always funded Democrats. Well, it's New York. You have to kind of pay, into the pot of whatever. Funded Hillary Clinton several times, as an example. But he's all the best way to describe, from my point of view, and I may be wrong, and he always comes across as where the Democrats used to be before they kind of went off, and he's kind of taken over the Republican Party to form kind of an old school, to some extent, an old school Democrat Party, because the Democrats have kind of gone off on the, reared off a little bit. This feels like they were inspired here. This is kind of part of the plan to take over to do basically a Trumpy Trump here in the UK, kind of take over one of the parties to do their bidding, as it were, which they've done. Resilience, pushing forward the opportunities here, persevering, kind of like putting the work in. But there's an ulterior motive here, and it's slowly but surely people once blindly followed it and now realizing, hold on, there's an ulterior motive here, and that's why the pushback is happening even inside the Labour Party. What have we got? Great fortune, judicial despair, overarching energy, house. This feels like Labour Party HQ kind of energy. Safety of the home, safety of the house, yeah? What happens behind closed doors kind of energy, yeah? Great fortune, this feels like over here. This is going to be brilliant, lads, follow us. This feels like kind of more rules and regulations within the Labour Party. And now this is the despair. This feels... This feels off. This feels both sides. Both sides are in despair within the Labour Party, if you get me. Labour together are in despair because they're kind of being found out, as it were. And then, like the unions, those sorts of people, fucking people, it's been too long. We have got to do it again at some point. But it feels like both sides are in despair because there's this civil war going on. Underlying energy here, marriage. Yeah, it's divorce, breaking apart. things are happening. The marriage card felt in reverse. So it's like, it's the falling apart, the realization you're not true red, as it were. And it's now the rules and regulations to get enough people to have the balls, as it were, to vote for no confidence, blah, blah, blah. This kind of thing. No one's happy. No one is happy. Let me just remind myself about the question just to make sure that we're covering it all. So yeah, did he pick all of them? Pretty much. Like I said, Stuttering Starmer does not feel like explosive situation act now within the Labour Party. People are kind of like, we've got to do something about it. Yeah, it feels as if he's kind of the one. You know, he feels as if he is the project manager, the project leader for the representative for these people. I feel like he's part of the team, and it's that situation where they tried it with obviously Sue Gray, didn't quite work. Kind of almost like outsourcing to her. She knows how, or did, or still does, I suppose, how Whitehall worked. Blah blah blah. They thought that would be an asset, didn't work. That's why they got like someone from the table in to actually make things happen. I feel like 5 on here. Experiment. Yeah. Great fortune, the experiment. Health crisis within the party. It's bombardment with a drone strike, consistent. Lies, deception. Exactly. Notice it's on the unknown card. The faith has been broken. It's like lies, deception. Consequences are now going to happen. Damage is done. Exactly. Overarching energy. A planned outcome is going to happen. Because waters are rising again. It keeps coming out. All about water and kind of drowning, treading water. Yeah, the water is rising. That kind of thing. Always about labour. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Water, water, water. But it's a planned outcome. It's a planned outcome. Rescue. Energy weapon. This feels like some sort of trinket. The rescue plan here is like, okay, we'll swap a few people round, but I don't think it's going to work. We're doing all right here, actually. Oh, by the way, because I thought this was going to be a very complicated reading, but it seems to be all right. If you're new here, by the way, and you like the way I read, please subscribe, ding-a-ling that bell. It generally helps out the channel. Come and join the Greatest Good Village. Come on. It takes a village to support everybody. That is what we do. So come and join, and have fun and all that jazz. And also, please, thummy thumb, like new cycle. Sorry, I got distracted. New cycle. Their intuition is yelling at them. They need to do something. Please, thummy, like. It generally helps out the channel. That's what I wanted to say there. And it's such a blessing for everybody does that. Hundreds of people do it for every episode, every video, and it generally, is amazing. Thank you so much for everybody does that. It's awesome. Thank you. I'm trying to get to about like 2,000 views per video at the moment. We're about what, 1,500, something like that. Can we push to that 2,000? We're doing really well on the subscriptions as well, which is phenomenal. So thank you to everybody who does that. So let's have a look at the outcome here. These don't feel ready. Oh no, one more. I've been told one more. All right. Calm down. There we go. So let's have a look at this. It's come to save the day. Who is that? Which is ironic because it's the man on the moon, isn't it? The moon over here. Jim Carrey did that movie based on, I can't remember his name, a comedian in America, and he's renowned for, I think it's SNL or something over there. He played a 45 or an LP or something. And that song is, "Here I come to save the day." It's like literally this. "Here I come to save the day." I don't know who that. If you're older than me, put it in the comments down below. Thank you. Hawk lady. Very nice indeed. Very, very nice indeed. Really finding the benefits of people and resources, and especially with this, I keep being drawn back to the Six of Cups here. It's that kind of energy of what we really did stand for and what we really want to provide and what we want to grow and that kind of stuff. But decisions need to be made. I'm going to say it here. I don't know why, but it keeps it while I'm being distracted by this kind of download. I think every win, money floppy flop, even with like West Streeting recently with the NHS. Oh yeah, we've got millions of appointments and all that kind of stuff, and it's we're doing really well and all that kind of stuff. It turns out supposedly appointments, cancellations of appointments are going up as well. People like NHS keep cancelling appointments and then rescheduling them and all sorts of stuff. The fudging of the numbers is kind of coming out, and it's coming out here as well. So the Two of Swords, Knight of Cups. This one over here feels like a union leader or several of them, kind of reminiscing as like what we could build something really cool here. The decision, but there's some sort of deal or some sort of appeasement, something along that line here. This feels like, notice as well that it's on the Three of Pentacles from this kind of group, Labour together, whatever, to kind of shut them up. They ain't backing down, having the strength to do it. Not listening. This, as soon as I put the Four of Cups down, it felt like fingers in ears. La 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 la. The Knight of Swords feels as if it's I genuinely hope, and I suggest they should be peaceful protests. Kind of going out on strike, that kind of thing. That's what that feels like. And it's even from, it feels as if it's from industries you wouldn't even expect. It's not just unions. It's, I don't know, it's the waspy women finally coming into the, because I've been saying this for months. And I'm just little old me sitting over here. Hi. But it feels that nothing truly will change until the waspy women and the post office, victims and the, hold on, let me get my Labour to-do list up, double check. So people like the waspy women and the winter fuel payments people and the farmers like clubbing together, right? All clubbing together for this. This feels like finally hundreds of thousands, millions of people all coming together to go on protest, go on, that kind of thing, peacefully. Let me just see. Let me just review. This is my new toy, by the way. Let me just review how we're doing. Number of gangs smashed, 0. Oh, that's very good. New homes just in England, out of 1.5 million built, 0 have been built. That's very good. Chagos Island deal has been paused. Very good to order them. The waspy women not compensated. And beat the Tories on the highest taxes ever. Oh, okay. So we're doing well. Just wanted to double check. But yeah, that's what that feels like, this protest, and having the strength to kind of go, no, this is not what we want to build. We want to build something sexy and cool. Hawk lady, it's that kind of thing. Six of Wands, victory, success. See, until people come together, instead of these vested interests, separate pigeonhole crap that's going on still, and still until communities come together, until people of all sides come together and go, enough is enough. And here, I'm even thinking, feeling kind of like It's the Conservatives coming in. It's the Tories, the Conservatives, same thing. The Reform coming in together. It's the LGB Alliance going in there. It's the, do you know what I mean? It's all these different vested interests, all with grievances, clubbing together, making noise, making up numbers, and peacefully protesting. That's what that is. Until that happens, that you're just separate people. Yeah, walking people, separate people. You can be ignored until they come together. That's it. 6 of Wands, Queen of Cups. Yeah, another offer here because the consequences. Oh, please, we'll sort this out. Quick communications, quick movement, quick. King of Swords, the truth of the situation. Hate to say it. I'm not going to say it because I hate to say I told you so. I'm not I'm not going to. 6 of Cups coming out twice. This is what I'm on about. And people want to go back to not necessarily the way things were, right? But that kind of civilization, as it were. So you can enjoy Netflix and but also enjoy the local pub. You can enjoy small businesses and small shops, but also enjoy the high street and the big stores. And so you see what I mean? It's like this, but the truth, the authority, the kind of standing up. This is all these people here, kind of like holding their ground, realizing they've got the authority, they've got the upper hand. It's that unions over here. They fund these silly sausages. Sorry, not hostages, sausages. Is it too soon? I don't know. But also the Knight of Swords here. Yeah, it's standing in your power, holding the power. Yeah, that's what this is all about. And I think this is going to be summer. This feels like very close. This feels very close. So let's have a cartoon clarity and then get the hell out of here, shall we? So yeah, if you enjoyed this reading, this lovely suggestion, then please, you can do the same. Put it in the comments down below. And like 16 other people did on this reading or this question, you can upvote the ones that you like, other people's suggestions. So I know how popular things are and stuff like that, like Susan has done, and those 16 other people did. So, let's have a look at this cartoon clarity, because it feels like on some readings it's not necessary. This reading it feels like one of the rare ones that to kind of pull this together. So, stop. Yeah, breaking. This little contingent, this little kind of whatever this is over here, stopped in their tracks. Self-worth. This feels like, with the crown, I'm seeing that obviously the King of Swords down here. I'm seeing these people coming together, kind of like they're not self-righteous, but kind of self-esteem, self-worth, with pride there. It's like, no, you shouldn't be treating us like this. This is ridiculous, blah, blah, blah. Queen of Cups. Oh, hello. Little gnat there. Queen of Cups, daydream, optimism, opportunities here. And then alliances, trust. Yes. Coming together. People coming together. Overarching energy, they're trapped. Underlying energy, they're trapped. Stuck with the commitments and what they've said. They're binded together. They're trapped. They've tricked themselves into stupidity. They've painted themselves in a corner. They don't know what to do. I knew I had to do the cartoon clarity to finish it off. And that's it. So, hold on. I think this is the Queen of Cups here. Is that the apology card? Yeah. Confession, trying to get forgiveness. We can make this better. But the alliance, the trust is over here. Having the strength to say it, it's just too little too late. You had your chance, it's ruined. And I'm also being drawn, I'm sorry I didn't see this before. This Queen of Cups here is the one offering this. Okay? On deaf ears. This one over here is to this kind of union kind of contingent. Just to clarify, just want to make sure that. So the Queen of Cups down here is, oh, please, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. But it's too little too late. Anyway, I thought I just want to, just in case I misspoke earlier. But I think we're going to finish this here because this is fantastic. This feels really, hold on, no, I'm not. Hold on, hold the phone. I've been told tea leaf, which, this one. Bear with me. I've been told tea leaf is necessary. Oh, I was just ready to have a slurp of coffee there. But let me just cut these up. You know what? I'm going to have a slurp of coffee anyway. I'm going to do it. Hold on. It's not often that, well, it is recent. Recently, it's been quite often. Normally, we're pretty good. Cheers, my dears. Cheers, everybody. Right. Oh, it's at the right temperature as well. But no, we've got the tea leaves out. We're going to do the tea leaves and then get the hell out of here. But there's some reason this pile needs to be shuffled. Okay, so axe. Forces working against you. Yeah. Obviously, this is a reading for Labour Together, Starmer and Starmer, the cabinet, all that kind of stuff. So that makes sense, especially with the oh, hello. Cool, I almost went on the floor. That one as well. Okay. November, sorry, and that one as well. Okay. Okay. Scissors. Disappointment in some affair, isn't there, Jess? Isn't there, Jess? Let me just put those away before they get in the way. Right. Okay. So we've got November. This feels like where it started. It's been building since then. I'm also being drawn. I don't think that is. No, it looks like a tree trunk and like some mountains behind. But for a second there, that looked like a volcano. It all erupted from there. Axe. Forces working against you. Yep. Bat. Take care. Enemies are working against you. There's a theme. Suddenly a theme coming through here, isn't there? There's a little dog far away. A distant friend is thinking of you. Aww. They've got a friend. That's nice. Danger, especially in money matters. Bear, and that's on the side there. That rhymed. Handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important. This is over here. That feels like this behind the scenes with the Knight of Cups kind of making offer. Hat. You will play a different role. So lots of people are going to be changing roles. And finally, harp, great happiness. And that's down here on the alliance, quick communications, quick movement, the victory, all that kind of stuff. So the fact that we've got axe and bat out at the same time, forces are working against you, enemies are working against you. The money matters, is not working. It is dodgy. It is a thing. I've been told to do another. Why? I'm so sorry. I'm so eager to have my coffee. You know I am. I've told you this, but it's been told to do the other pile of the tea leaves. So apologies, but we've learned so much already on this one. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Vine has just come out. Stay on the table, please. Poke my eye out, that one. Bloody hell. I think the money matters, the bear, that feels more Rachel Reeves kind of department, more than the unions going, we're not funding you, we're not funding this, we're not funding that, blah, blah, blah. Let me put those away. So, Vine is in reverse. Seek out information that will help you. So there's no information to help. Leg in reverse. stepping into a new experience. But that's over here with playing a different role. That's basically being fired. We have to get a different role outside. Unsuccessful plans, not. That's on the wonk as well. We've got wind charms, peace and harmony down here. So we've got the harp, great happiness, peace and harmony, unsuccessful plans, especially with the stop over here. Wreath, sorrow over a loss. Wow. I feel like it needs to go over there. We've got two more. Family wishes come true. And boat. And when it says family, I feel like this is this contingent over here. The unions, the waspy women, or everyone, you know. If you're part of any of these ilks, any of these communities, and that's that, start emailing across borders. Yeah, bring the farmers together with all the other unions and the waspy women and the post office people and all that. Bring them all together, yeah? Make a date, go for it. Isn't there a national strike or something coming at like everyone on the 7th, isn't it? The 7th of June or something? Boat in reverse. This is money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall in reverse. And sorry for your loss. So yeah, this feels as if it's a catastrophic end to this. Catastrophic. That's phenomenal. And then Six of Cups. I'm just this. I'm going to end with this. The fact that these two came out, I like right after each other. That says it all. That from Labour Together and all that kind of stuff. That and the stop. That is, we're on the right tracks, my dears. All right, have faith. So until we do this another time. I don't know. I've got plans. Finishing a coffee. Until next time, when we do this crazy shenanigans all over again. Take care. Look after yourself. Be well. And thank you for your company. I'll speak to you soon. See you later. Ta-ra.